Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll see into the deal of Nike with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's deal with Nike is one of the most iconic partnerships in sports history. The collaboration has not only changed the sneaker industry but also had a profound impact on sports marketing and branding. It began in the mid-1980s, and over time, it transformed into one of the most successful and enduring business partnerships in the history of sports endorsements. The beginning of the deal. Michael Jordan's relationship with Nike began in 1984, when the young basketball phenom was drafted by the Chicago Bulls. At the time, Nike was not the dominant player in basketball shoes. In fact, Nike was more known for its running shoes, and basketball sneakers were mainly associated with brands like Converse and Adidas. Despite this, Nike saw the potential in Jordan, a rising star in the NBA, and decided to approach him with an endorsement deal. At first, Jordan was hesitant to sign with Nike. He had a preference for Adidas, as the brand was more popular in basketball at the time. However, his agent, David Falk, encouraged him to meet with Nike, and this decision would prove to be a game-changer. The original deal offered to Jordan was worth $500,000 annually for 5 years, a sum that was relatively modest compared to the large sums that top-tier athletes would later command. Nike's pitch, however, was not just about money, it was about creating something new, something revolutionary. The creation of Air Jordan. Nike wanted to build a brand around Michael Jordan that was entirely his own. They didn't just want him to endorse their existing products, they wanted to create a signature shoe specifically designed for him. This was a bold move at the time, as most endorsement deals involved athletes merely promoting already established products. The result of this vision was the Air Jordan 1, released in 1985. The Air Jordan 1 was groundbreaking in both design and marketing. The shoes were vibrant and featured bold colorways, which included the famous black-red color scheme, a combination that was not officially approved by the NBA. Jordan wore these shoes during games, and the NBA fined him $5,000 for each game he played in them, citing the uniform code. Nike gladly paid these fines, and the controversy surrounding the shoes only helped to elevate their allure. The bold, rebellious spirit of the Air Jordan 1 resonated with fans, and the shoes became an instant success. The Air Jordan 1 was just the beginning of a long and profitable collaboration between Jordan and Nike. The shoes were so popular that Nike quickly realized they had stumbled upon a formula that could be repeated for years to come. The growth of the Air Jordan brand. Following the success of the Air Jordan 1, Nike continued to release new iterations of the shoe, each one more innovative and fashionable than the last. The Air Jordan brand began to develop its own identity. Separate from Nike, and the partnership between Michael Jordan and Nike grew stronger. By the time the Air Jordan 3 was released in 1988, Nike had brought in legendary designer Tinker Hatfield, who would go on to create many of the most iconic Air Jordan models. Hatfield's design expertise and vision helped to solidify the Air Jordan brand's place in sneaker culture and beyond. The Air Jordan 3 was also significant for being the first to feature the now iconic Jumpman logo, which became synonymous with Jordan's brand. The Jumpman logo was inspired by a photograph of Jordan performing a dunk, and it quickly became one of the most recognizable symbols in sports and fashion. As Jordan's career flourished on the basketball court, so too did the Air Jordan brand. With each new release, the shoes became not just a symbol of athletic performance but also a cultural statement. The Air Jordan sneakers were no longer just about basketball, they became a part of hip-hop, street culture, and fashion. The shoes were worn by musicians, actors, and people from all walks of life, creating a sense of community and exclusivity around the brand. Expanding beyond shoes. The success of the Air Jordan line led to the development of a full-fledged brand under the Nike umbrella. The Jordan brand, founded in 1997, became its own entity within Nike, and it began producing not only shoes but also apparel, accessories, and even equipment like basketballs. The Jordan brand was essentially a standalone business within Nike, and it contributed significantly to Nike's overall revenue. Jordan's influence stretched beyond basketball as well. The Air Jordan shoes were now a status symbol in urban fashion, and they were embraced by people who had little to no interest in the game of basketball. This cross-cultural appeal was largely due to Jordan himself. His influence as a global superstar, both on and off the court, played a crucial role in the success of the brand. As Jordan transitioned into a more business-oriented role, the brand continued to grow. His personal touch on product designs, his influence in marketing, and his sheer status as a global icon helped the Jordan brand become a cultural powerhouse. Nike's ability to continue innovating with new Air Jordan releases and collaborations only solidified its dominance in the sneaker market. The financial impact. Michael Jordan's deal with Nike turned out to be more than just a partnership. It became a massive financial success for both parties. While Jordan's contract with Nike was initially worth $500,000 per year, the revenue generated from the Air Jordan line quickly far surpassed those figures. As of 2025, it is estimated that Jordan has earned over $1 billion from his partnership with Nike, making him one of the wealthiest athletes in the world. In fact, the Air Jordan brand alone generates billions in revenue for Nike annually. It's estimated that in 2023, the Jordan brand brought in nearly $5 billion in revenue, and